What is going on, guys? Predator45 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Armored Warfare. Long time no see. And today we have another giveaway video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yes, I have some codes to give away. If you're watching this video, you no doubt know that they are for this, the T-64A Hunter, a new exclusive premium tier 5 Soviet main battle tank. Now, it's been a while since I did a video. The last time was the Chieftain Mark 6, which is somewhere here. There we go. There's the Chieftain Mark 6, but now we got codes for the T-64A. Now, from what I understand, to get these, you got to get them through Armored Warfare streams or YouTubers like myself giving codes away. So without further ado, let's give some codes away for this tank. Obsidian Entertainment has very kindly given me 10 codes for the T-64A Hunter to give away. Now, the way I'm going to do this, there will be possibly an annotation on the screen right now, as well as a link in the description down below to a competition website. All you guys need to do is put in an email address. I can contact you if you win, but there will also be some other ways that you guys can get some extra entries. Subscribe to the channel if you're not, follow me on Twitter or whatever. I'll see what other options that website gives me to give away, give you guys some extra entries. However, I'm not going to give all 10 codes away via the website. I will also give, I think I'll give 7 away for the competition on the website. The other 3 I will give away to random comments on this video. So feel free to leave a comment, whatever you want. Just leave a comment down below and I will choose 3 comments at random and send you a YouTube message and give away a code to you for the T-64A Hunter. So it looks quite cool. I don't know, maybe this is a little bit yellow, or maybe that's just my screen. But I mean, it is a, T-64 is a T-series tank, so we kind of all know what that's going to come with. Good damage, good pen, maybe not the best armor, good mobility, that sort of thing. So we're going to go through the stats very quickly, and then we're going to hop into some gameplay. Now, unfortunately, the gameplay is just going to be PvE. My internet has been playing up a lot recently, which is why I haven't covered Armored Warfare in a while. I am going to be moving at the end of the year, and when I move, I'll be able to get a nice fiber connection, and once that happens, I no doubt will scale up the Armored Warfare content once again. But because of my issues, I'm not going to go into PvP. It's just very frustrating, so we're just going to do a PvE battle, and you guys can just see, if you're interested, a little bit about the tank. So anyways, let's go and have a look at the stats. As you can see, 423 damage, 309 millimeters of penetration, which is, I mean, it's not quite as good as the T-72, which has 325, and the damage is not quite as good either. Damage per minute, 2,543, and a 10-second reload. Again, what's the reload on this? 9.5. Hit points, 1510, and in fact, let's actually just bring up the stats of the T-72, since it's probably its most similar competitor. Little less hit points, but the armor is a bit better on the front. The T-64 has 265 millimeters, 80 on the side, 70 on the rear, compared to 220, 130, and 40. However, the T-72 does have a better modifier, 1.5 against armor piercing and high explosive, and 2.5 against shaped charges, compared to just 0.8 against armor piercing for the T-64, 1.0 against high explosive, and 1.5 against the shaped charges. As for the turret, 285 on the front, 245 on the side, 70 on the rear. It is composite, so a 1.1 modifier with a 1.5 against shaped charges, compared to 375, 175, and 120 for the T-72, with a slightly better modifier all round. As for max speed, 50.4 versus 59.4. It accelerates a bit faster, and the turret turns a bit faster. The camouflage is a bit better on the T-64A at 0.14 versus 0.11 for the T-72. View range 410 versus 370, but I think that is because I forgot to switch out. So we've got Philip in here who does increase the view range by 40. So if I take him out, it'll be the same for both. Gun depression, -8 degrees off the front, which is not bad for a Soviet main battle tank. -6 off the rear, compared to -6 and -2. So you can see the T-64A has got considerably better gun depression. Accuracy spread 0.06 versus 0.10, so that's quite a bit better. Aim time 2.88, and then turret traverse 28.75 degrees per second. So actually earlier I think I stated again that the T-64A had a 35.4 degree per second turret traverse. That's actually hull traverse, so my mistake, which either way, the hull traverse is faster than the T-72A, the turret traverse is slightly slower. So yeah, both of them have a 125mm gun. Both of them are very, very similar vehicles overall. As for the way I've set mine up, mostly armor piercing, a little bit of heat. As for the retrofits, I went for the chrome barrel lining Mark III to improve damage and overall accuracy, and then the air induction pre-cleaner Mark III for better acceleration and hull traverse. And then the usual stuff, spare parts, auto fire extinguisher, and energy drink. I don't tend to carry around the medical kit anymore. The energy drink works better for me. As for the weaknesses, as I said, I haven't really played this thing in PvP, so I'm not too sure. However, I imagine it very much has the same weak spots and that sort of thing as other Soviet main battle tanks. So, lower front plate, always go right there. Driver's hatch, I mean, that's fairly sizable. You should be able to hit that quite nicely. Looks like you might be able to sneak shots under the turret ring as well. But I mean, generally the front plate will bounce. Turret is also normally quite bouncy. So if you can get this hull down, I imagine it'll be pretty good. But anyway, so that about covers this little wrap-up, or this little overview of the T-64A Hunter. And we're now going to switch over to some PvE gameplay and give you guys a little taste of what it is like in-game. But as I said, if you want to win one of these, follow the link to the competition. Do whatever you want, get as many entries as you want, and then also be sure to leave a comment on this video, because you never know, you might get lucky that way. Other nice thing about the T-64A, comes with a level 5 crew, which is always nice. But anyway, so let's do a smooth transition over to the PvE gameplay, and let's go and have a look at how this thing does in a battle. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the gameplay portion of this video. We are on Operation Hydra, a hard PvE mission, but you all know they're not all that hard. And as you know, we are in the T-64A Hunter, the new exclusive Tier 5 premium Soviet main battle tank. Now, as I said in the beginning, I've been having internet problems, a lot of packet loss, bit of lag, that sort of thing, which has just made playing PvP a bit difficult, and I didn't really want to, so I just thought I'd give you guys a little look at the tank for those of you who are interested, who want to see a little bit more of it before they go and enter the competition. So we took our first shot at the, I think it was the VFM, yeah, and he turned just at the right moment and we ended up just hitting his track, which is a little bit unfortunate. Trying to engage this BMP-2 now, but even with our 8 degrees of gun depression, we can't quite get it, and we have to move forward a little bit. But we do get a critical hit on him and do 542 damage. We've got another BMP-2. But, I mean, if you've played other Soviet and Russian main battle tanks, if you played the T-72 and whatever other ones were before that, or actually T-62 I think was the one before that, you largely know what to expect when it comes to the T-64A Hunter. You've got a pretty potent gun with good damage, good penetration, not the fastest reload. You've got okay armor, but some fairly obvious weak spots. Good maneuverability and speed and that sort of thing. But I mean, that's really it. There's not a whole lot more to say about this vehicle. That's not to say it's a bad vehicle at all. I think, you know, as with most of these, if you can get hull down, protect that lower front plate, you're probably going to be a pretty tough nut to crack. But one thing I liked here, we got quite an aggressive team moving forward. A lot of times these teams want to just sort of camp on the ridgeline where they spawn. Got an M1 Abrams here. Thankfully he's going to give us a side there, and we can put a shot through and do 422 damage. But this is quite nice, a very aggressive team pushing forward. Take some artillery damage from the Panzerhaus 2000, or whatever the actual name is. We finish off that, what was that, a light Panzer for 249 damage. And we can see one of the artilleries has been spotted. We're going to try and move forward and see if we have line of sight, but unfortunately we do not. So I wasn't really terribly happy about having to do this video with only PvE footage, but PvP is just so frustrating at the moment. and I'm sure you would have seen some glitches already. You'll see some more just now from the lag, and it's a pain to try and play around that. So I'm really looking forward to moving at the end of the year, where I can get a nice fast fiber connection, and all my packet loss woes and all that sort of thing will be a distant memory. So once that happens, I will no doubt ramp up the Armored Warfare content once again, because I haven't stopped doing videos on this because I don't enjoy it. It's just been because the internet has been quite annoying. So shot into the VFM, we finish him off, or someone else finishes him off. No, we did, but it wasn't full damage. And there you can see another little warp there. And it's always very annoying, because I think this VFM Mark V here, and we bounce a shot, he's going to stop moving, and I'm going to hesitate because I'm not entirely sure if he has stopped or if it's just packet loss waiting to make me waste my round, because that happens far too often, and sometimes that's a bit of a pain, especially with a tank like this where the reload, I mean, the one thing I haven't enjoyed about this tank, and I know it's 10 seconds, it's not like the longest in the game, but I don't know, it just felt like I was always waiting on the reload. I'm going to take a shot, finish off the Stingray Lieutenant, and we can see there's another Stingray now off to our right hand side. He's not looking at us, so we're going to fire into his turret, and we're going to move behind this carcass and try and cover ourselves so he doesn't return fire. Got a big light panther that's just spawned in on the right hand side, and we're just going to wait for him to show himself, but it looks like he's taking his time, so we're going to turn the tank, turn the turrets, and we're going to try and engage this XM1. We're going to go for a side shot and penetrate to 423 damage, and now the big light panther has shown himself. He's got 554 hit points remaining. We are nearly reloaded, and he's down to very low health, and I decide to switch targets. Now normally I do prefer to try and finish off enemy vehicles even when they are on low health. I don't think it's fair to expect someone else to waste one of their shots to finish it off, but in this tank, as I said, because the reload just feels long, I didn't want to waste 10 seconds just to get 86 points of damage or whatever, especially on a tank like the big light panther, which isn't really too much of an issue if we at least have our frontal armor pointing towards it. So just waiting for the next target. What do we have here? Got another VFM, and again he's down to such low hit points, I'm not going to waste the shot there. Artillery coming in, we start moving, and thankfully it detonates on the ground just behind us, and we take no damage, which is always nice. So we're trying to see if we can get another shot on somebody else, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it. So we are going to just sort of drive around aimlessly and hope we get line of sight on somebody. Knocking over a tree, and here we got another target, is a T-64A. Now at this point we've only taken damage from the enemy artillery. We haven't actually taken any proper penetrating hits. This is about to change. I show a little bit too much of my side here, and he plants one into the rear quarter of the vehicle and does 244 damage. But still, I mean, we've only taken 508. That's hardly terrible. And here my video has frozen. Hopefully it doesn't freeze for you guys, but it's unfrozen now. As you can see, he's very nearly dead. So we're just waiting on the reload. Shot through the side now, and we finish him off. And it looks like we blow his turret off as well. Incoming artillery. So we've got 2 allies capturing the base, and all that remains is that one artillery piece that always spawns behind you. 2 T-72s, the Ural and the Ural Ice, are making their way. I'm going to try and follow them. They're in front, so hopefully they'll spot him first. Indeed they do, so I'm going to stop, aim in, I rush the shot because I want damage, and even though the aim circle pretty much encapsulated 99% of the artillery, the shot goes a little high and we don't do any damage. We get no effect. So it was a victory, no big surprise there on a PvE mission. So let's go and have a look at the results. And as you can see, we earned ourselves 5,592 reputation. This wasn't the first win of the day. 211,000 credits, doing just under 9,000 damage, just over 9,000 spotting damage. We got 17 assists. We got the blue ribbon star thing, and then 2 other medals, which I'm not entirely sure what they are. So on to the team score. Obviously, with the blue ribbon, blue star, we came first place on the team. 6 kills, 17 spots, 17 assists. We didn't do the most damage. The T-72 Ice did about 20 damage more than we did, and the normal T-72 actually got more spots than we did, but we still managed to come top of the team with just over 100 base experience. So it's not a bad little tank. I think many of you guys will enjoy it, And if you've, as I said, if you've played the other Soviet main battle tanks, you know what to expect from the T-64A Hunter. I certainly hope there are plenty of you out there who are eager to get their hands on this tank. I'm really looking forward to giving codes out. I really enjoy doing it. It's great to be able to give back to the Armored Warfare community. But anyways, that about covers it for this video. Do not forget to enter the competition. As I said, there is a link in the description down below to go to the competition page, as well as leaving a comment on this video. You never know, you might get lucky and get a YouTube message from me with a shiny new T-64A code. But yeah, that about covers it. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing for more World of Warships, Armored Warfare, and a few other things that are thrown into the mix from time to time. But that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.